Coming up on this week's episode of Seasonal Discussions, I catch up with Julie and Nicola from Kin, Aberdeen's newest creative-based charity. We find out more about the relationship between Julie and Nicola, how they got together and formed Kin, the events that they've put on so far, and what it is that they hope to achieve with this new venture in Aberdeen. Links to find out more about Kin and what they're up to can be found in the description below this, as can links to keep up to date with all things Season Media. Let's get on with today's episode of Seasonal Discussions. How we doing, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Seasonal Discussions. As always, still my face, still my voice. Sorry. It's been almost a year of you listening to these. If you're not used to it by now, tough. It's not going to change. I've tried asking Zara to host these. She doesn't want to. She did recently host Aberdeen Animates, though, so a big shout out to her and a congratulations to her and Alex for an awesome event and to all the award winners on the night as well. Enough about us. We're here to talk to more creative humans. We have Nicola and we have a Julie joining us from Kin, I believe. Mm-hmm. Right, Kin instantly made me think, ooh, good family. We're having Kin coming in. Before we go into a bit more about yourselves, who wants to tell me a little bit more about what Kin is and kind of what the aim of it is?
So Kin is, we are a brand new creative charity. Our aim is to help and nurture and support emerging creatives in Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire. Mm-hmm. The language around this is always really, really tricky. It sounds so formal. Really, we just want to help people at the start of their creative careers. Mm-hmm. There has been a problem in Aberdeen, people feeling that they have to leave. There's nothing wrong with leaving Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire. I'm not saying that. But if you would like to stay here and have a creative future, we want to help make that happen. Mm-hmm. And we want to do that through connection. Yeah, actually just connection. Yeah. At the heart, connecting people, emerging creators with each other, with local industry, with people with more experience. And really it's open to everyone, all backgrounds, all disciplines, graduates, students, those who are self-taught, whatever. I mean, as creatives, you have many hats and many journeys. So yeah, that's really it in a nutshell, I would say.
Yeah, and just a range of creatives, I think. Because of our backgrounds, maybe some people think it's very specific to where the creativity is, but it's just everything from musicians and DJs to designers to fine artists to, you know, those that are involved in writing or just across the range that we call creative, I suppose.
I love that the creative umbrella just, it gets bigger every week these days because everyone forgets that certain things fall under this overall creative umbrella. People hear creative and think, artists or music. It's like, it's so much more than that. So you must come across a lot of people from a lot of different creative industries kind of being involved and going, hang on, what are you doing now?
Yeah, and we're just, and we're just starting out. Yeah. So we are evolving. It's going to be quite an organic process, I hope, that we will develop and learn. Key to it is actually people telling us what they want. It's fine, like you think about creatives, like I who am I to judge who is creative and who is not? Yeah. And also, I can think that one direction is a great idea, but nobody else does. So it's really, which happens a lot. Which it would be that's what we want, is to keep creatives at the center, and really we'll grow and learn from there. I think
totally.
Yeah.
I think it's a key thing that you say is that whole. It's not a bad thing for people to want to leave Aberdeen. If you want to, then go for it. But I think the issue a lot of people are having is that they're almost feeling forced to leave Aberdeen to explore a lot of creative opportunities now.
I think that's a big thing, particularly. So working at Gray's, I notice a lot of students then go, well, what now? And they just kind of think that the thing is they have to go. Yeah. And they're kind of forced to leave to look for jobs. So I think that's really crucial, trying to show them that there is other options or who to speak to or where to go to or, you know, just being involved. I think they feel there's a lack of community for them maybe. It's a bit difficult to kind of break into the industry and go and speak to people. They're a bit shy, they're a bit less kind of likely to go and speak to these people. So yeah, it's giving them that platform to go, oh, actually there's a big creative community in Aberdeen. There's loads going on just now. We've just discovered so many different things doing Kin. So yeah, we've just even kind of the surface really that we're kind of looking at, but there's so much going on. And the students never really kind of delve into that and find out all these exciting things that are happening. So hopefully we can be a bit of a bridge for that as well.
So how did Kin itself come to be then? So because like you say, it is still relatively new. A lot of people might not know what it is, but you'll find that out over time and by looking. You ask the questions, for God's sake. How did Kin itself actually come to be then? What prompted the formation of it?
Goodness.
Yeah, well.
We're not even a year old yet.
Yeah.
We're like, this has been discussions. I can probably start a little bit and then I'll let Julie carry on. So,
Give Julie's brain a chance to go, hang on, why are we doing this again?
What's happening here?
why am I doing this?
What the heck?
At the launch, I actually blamed Lyle from down at Creative Dundee, because he's always been speaking to me about doing this for such a long time and just never finding the right person possibly to work with and do these kind of things. And then he came to the degree show last year, which was Julie's degree show. And as he was leaving, he said to me, "There's your person to work with." And then that's what happened.
Yeah, that beautiful segue into
Over to said person.
Yeah. So yeah, I only graduated last year in communication design. Nicola was one of my tutors in third year. Well, throughout, but especially in third year. And yeah, when I graduated last year, I watched my cohort being slightly confused, not sure where to go, and then had that conversation at the degree show, and it kept stayed in my head. It was like I don't know what they expect, brainworm, I don't know, but it wouldn't go away. And then Nicola said, "I've been thinking about this," and I was like, "Me too." And then it just evolved from there.
Just kind of goes.
And it sort of snowballed. And then it probably, I don't know if we intended on getting this big this quick, but it just sort of happened. And the appetite has just been phenomenal.
Yeah.
People really, really want this. And I think it's lovely, this sort of already, the sort of cross-pollination that's happening between disciplines. And things are probably happening a little bit faster than we intended because just people want it so much.
Yeah. That's a big thing. And I think that collaboration between, as weird as it sounds, pupil and teacher is a big thing, because it happens with us as well. Obviously, we spoke earlier about Aberdeen Animates. That's exactly how that came about.
Yeah, okay.
Originally, Zara was a student at college. Her lecturer was Alex, who they are now working together to put on Aberdeen Animates. But it's nice when you get that obvious click of connective brains and creative brains where you go, no, we both want to make something happen, so let's go do it. And I think there's too many opportunities like that miss Aberdeen, because people don't just go and give it a try and do something with it.
I also think because people maybe don't stay for as long. You know, there's people that you kind of click with and want to work with, but they maybe want to go and explore. And as Julie said, that's fantastic. Leave Aberdeen, but it'd be lovely if you come back. All that experience and bring that back with you. But obviously Julie had lots of experience, and we both bring completely different skill sets in some ways, but then we have a crossover, obviously the creative crossover and the discipline that we both work in. That part's really good. But yeah, I think the skill sets that we both have are similar, but then there's different things that we bring, and I think that's really helped as well. And then, I mean, Julie's been fantastic doing all the kind of paperwork and meetings and going and speaking to people. I mean, she's been doing a load more than that, but that has been such a good part of it.
You always find that in
my forte.
Yeah, you always find that, especially when there's two people working on a project. There's always one who just kind of falls into the, look, I'm good at doing this sort of stuff. Yes, you can do it, but just let me go and do it.
Yeah. And just brilliant at being organised and getting stuff done. But then we also have two other board members who are Ruth Kirby-Organ and Sunil Vishen. And Ruth's been brilliant just at kind of slowly actually developing into doing some really helpful stuff behind the scenes. I think there was a little bit of a kind of trepidation of us kind of co-founding it, and then everyone kind of going, okay, we'll leave you to it. But slowly everyone's starting to find what their actual route is in this as well on the board. And then Sunil's just been, we keep calling Sunil the grown up in the room, because we keep throwing these things out there and he keeps going, whoa.
Hold on.
You need to think about this. Which is really helpful. And really, that's really nice and grounding. And then Ruth's just a nice, steady, calm person amongst it as well. So yeah, I think generally the team that we've got, which is a small, just 4 of us on the board, has just been great.
How did the addition of Ruth and Sunil come about?
Again, I suppose it's very kind of oriented, because Ruth was a former student on the same course that Julie was on, and I did actually when I was there. And then Sunil actually taught on the course a few years back as well. So it's all very organic and kind of knowing each other. And I suppose I'd suggested Sunil. I just thought that would be a really good person, lots of experience in doing this. And then Ruth, we both knew, and just knew that would be a really good person to bring on board as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so important, obviously. And we want to keep it as sort of a small, tight team.
Yeah.
We want to keep it pretty agile, especially at the start of all this. neither of us are massive fans of bureaucracy and admin, or who is. But
everyone's favourite part of organising something.
Favourite part of creativity, the paperwork.
Where we have to sit down and be adults for a little bit.
Exhausting.
That's not why we do creative things.
Exactly. I can't wait till we can. But no, I'm only joking. No, it's like
That's the next recruitment part. No more board members. We need an admin assistant, please.
We need a grown up. But no, deliberately keeping it tight and agile so that we can make decisions. Some of it, I mean, it has been a little bit, probably a bit more reactive initially. We've just because, but it's also a little bit of fun.
I think that comes with being creative, though, doesn't it? Still, it's like chaos. Yes, there's organisation, and yes, it's all very professional, and that's the bit that Julie was great at, making sure we got our charity status and all the kind of official things that you have to have in place. That's all there. But then there's the chaos of just organising the event, and we also had, I forgot to mention, we also had Cameron Fraser from Form Agency. He's a member of the board, and we've got Terry Cook as well, who's another member of the board. So it's a kind of team of 6, but the core 4, and then we've got these other 2. And again, Terry, I was at university with, I was art school with, and then Cameron is a former student of mine again as well, but very established designer now and running Form along with a couple.
You're just creating your own like minions to come and follow you around afterwards.
Yeah.
You're just generating your own staff afterwards.
Years old, but and then Cam was fantastic, and the team at Form are brilliant, just at helping us with all of our visuals and the branding and everything else. So it's all looked quite slick, but as I say, we're not even a year old. In fact, when we launched, we'd only really got our charity status 6 weeks, I think it was.
Mid-February we got it.
Yeah.
So it's about 6 weeks we'd had it. So those 6 weeks is what you saw then appearing at the launch. Basically.
6 weeks in and go.
Yeah. It was a bit crazy. But you know what? It's good. I think it is a little bit sort of scary, and I'm sure you find this as well, like sticking your head above the parapet. And I don't know, but part of it I think is you just have to roll with it and just embrace it. And you're not going to please everyone, but that's just fine.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. But part of this sort of launch was that just kind of like, okay, let's just
it was quite exposing.
And go. It was really exposing.
It was exposing. And I think the pair of us, we'd done a couple of sort of soft sort of launch things. You'd spoken to the guys at Crow House, and we'd done a wee kind of launch there with them, which was great. And a few other bits and pieces. We'd gone round the art school and spoken to the students about what was happening. And so we were kind of really gung-ho about, it'll be fine on the night. On the night, it suddenly became really, I don't know, a lot of pressure. I think because of the exposure. And I think both of us didn't want to let, I know I didn't want to let Julie down, didn't want to let the rest of the team down as well. And I think there was all that pressure of just hoping it was a good night. So there was a lot of that on the night as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think creatives have got a great mind for putting events together, but when it comes to actually executing them on the night, we panic something crunk. Because you just think, hang on, these people are here to see what we've organised? Yeah. Wait, what? Why are they here?
Yeah.
So how did the sort of the first event itself come around? Because obviously you said that was at Triple Kirk's. Obviously it was stressful. It was a problem. But did the night itself kind of go off the way you expected it to?
Yeah, I mean, it was. We had a couple of tech issues. There's always tech issues. Yes. We had an amazing speaker called Jimmy Turrell, who's a designer from Newcastle, who has just been there, done it, got the T-shirt. So creative, so inspiring. Lots of analog stuff, lots of really, really interesting mixing up media. So he was a fantastic speaker. We wanted somebody that operates from a small city to prove that they can have like this phenomenal career, but still live somewhere that's not sort of regarded as a creative hotspot, or it's not a big city. So he was a perfect way to launch it. And then we had lots of little like badge making and doodle walls and a swap shop thing where you could offer skills and hopefully receive skills. So that went down really, really well. We also had a lovely little networking event called Connect. Nicola has come up with many puns. There are many more to
They need
come.
to be stopped. But
No. No.
I tell you.
it's so easy though with Kin. It's like the easiest word to use for
Yeah.
because there's conspiration and there's all
Well, when you start getting Doric ways, it'll just be, can you just not?
Yeah. Ken.
we haven't even gone there yet.
Listen, as someone who has been planning a rebrand of the name of this podcast, playing with Doric phrases is so much fun to do.
is, yeah,
and puns are the way to go. Puns will win. Puns will always win.
Might have just opened a whole new can of worms there. Yeah.
Or a whole new kin of worms. There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Right, enough.
You're surrounded. That's it. There's a reason you sat on the far end, so you're like stuck between this as you go.
But I think we'd also the event came about from us. We'd worked together on a previous event, a very small scale in comparison, with about 30 attendees, I think, or something. This was 200, obviously, on the launch, and it was the biggest thing that I've ever been part of. We've always done little things with the students, kind of over the years of like little events, but we'd kind of sussed out what works. We didn't want it to be where you just listen to a speaker and then at the end you have a drink and that's it. We kind of wanted, because it was a creative event, we wanted people to be creative at it, and we also wanted them to feel part of it, I suppose, as well.
Yeah.
Actually feel involved.
Yeah, and if you'd come on your own, the other thing was that you weren't standing about with your drink just going, I don't know anymore. Yeah. So we thought if there's stuff to do, you might just kind of go up and do some of that, and then someone will come and speak to you, or you can at least find something to speak about. So yeah, we had some prompts on the wall that people could draw and things as well. And yeah, just a variety of things. But we'd worked out kind of what worked at a few other things, and we'd had a bit of experience of working together on the other event that we'd done way back in September. So it was building on that. But obviously this was much bigger than the 30 people that we'd done it before. So yeah, this felt a little bit more pressurised.
Probably find there's a lot of transferable things though from putting on those smaller events. At the very least, you've got, okay, this is the gist of what I need to do on the day. Yeah. This is kind of the organisation that we had for the 30, now just times that by 6, and we'll kind of be dealing with the right kind of numbers that we're dealing with before.
Yeah, I mean, one of the core things we want to do is real life events where people actually meet and see each other. So we'll try a range of them as well. We'll see what sticks. So obviously a big event like that is not for everyone. Yeah. It's a lot. No, it's full on. So our next event at the end of April is a much smaller, more chilled. There'll be some gentle prompts to try and encourage mixing and things like that, but it's not going to be nearly as well, certainly I'm not going to feel nearly as nauseous. I'm hoping at that one.
Do you feel a little bit more confident or comfortable with these things now that initial one has kind of ticked off though? Is it now a case of, okay, we've managed that one, anything that we do now we know is manageable, we know we can work with it? Yeah,
and hopefully we're starting to spread the word and the mission and really what we're all about as well, because obviously a lot of people were like, yeah, what's going on then? Yeah. And people would come, which is great, I mean, that's all good, all asking questions, but hopefully we'll start to get across what we're up to and receive ideas.
Such nice feedback from the launch, actually. I think both of us in the middle of it, you can't really gauge what's happening. You can't take the temperature. You're so busy. Well, you'll know. You're so busy organising things that you don't have time to really think about it. And it wasn't until the next day, and we had a meeting the next day, and I think both of us were so tired. We barely spoke to each other. We just kind of got on with it. And then in the sort of week or so after that, we started to get some really lovely feedback from people. And that was great, because that kind of gives you the boost that, okay, we're going in the right direction. Of course, we're not going to please everyone, and we can't do that. You can try all the time, but it's just not going to please everyone. There's no point. But it seems to be going in the right direction, so let's keep going, but then expand and see where that heads.
What was it that kind of, was there a moment where it clicked afterwards where you went, no, that was worthwhile? Like, was there something, was it a photograph coming through, a comment on social media or something? Was there a turning point or a point where you just thought, no, okay, that was worth it?
There was just tons of stuff, honestly. I mean, Zara sent me a lovely video that she had taken, which was ace, and just things like that. Just lots of things like that, I think.
Social media, there was lots of sharing and posting about it, and kind of people commenting, which was really good. I really liked the fact that we had our guest speaker, obviously, at the last one at launch. But we just put up on social media the next event, which is at the end of April, and the guest speaker that we had at that, we've sold out for this one as well, and he just put a comment yesterday, I think, which was just like boom, and it was kind of like, that's quite nice to know that he's still watching, and that he's still kind of commenting on it. That was quite a nice sort of validation in some ways, I suppose, as well.
It speaks volumes for his own experience of that night, to still be invested to the point where he wants to see you doing well.
I think he was, it was a mad one for him. It was just like, what is this? But by the end of it, he was enjoying it. He was having a really good time. But yeah, I think there was just so many nice comments that came through. There wasn't any particular standout. The people that worked with us were students who are at Grays just now. So Roman, Love, Amo Osborne and Ailey Jameson, they took loads of photos and did the videography for us.
Yeah.
And when that came through, and we saw Roman in particular did a really good video, and when we saw that, I was like, oh, it's totally different from how I remember.
Yeah.
Because I remember it just being frantic and me about from one thing to another to try and organise. But we looked quite calm. And actually, I think we managed to get in all that we needed to get in at that point. So it was really nice to see it from their perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was...
And the photos as well, you looked at them, you're like, oh, that's an event I would have wanted to go to.
Yeah.
And that felt really, really nice. It was lovely. They'd really captured the kind of essence of it. So that was
Very
nice,
much
yeah.
so,
Seeing
I
that
think
was
it's a
great.
big thing that I've said this to Zara after Aberdeen Animates. I'm like, it won't, once you start seeing the official things coming back. So you see things on social media. Yes, people have enjoyed themselves. Social media can be hit or miss with a lot of people's feedback because, like you say, you're not going to please everyone all the time. But when you start seeing that real moments captured from the photographers, from the videographers, and you see people naturally enjoying themselves and you looking more comfortable than you felt on the night, enjoying yourself with a microphone in your hand at some point while the entire time you were shaking and crying internally while it was going on. It makes a big difference just seeing that from, like you say, that other perspective of, no, hang on, this actually went quite well.
Yeah, it was lovely seeing that. And yeah, it was so valuable because we learned such a lot as well. Like really just actually, there's no substitute for actually going out there doing theirs.
Yeah.
You can plan as much as you want, but actually when you're sort of at the coalface going, boo, like that, then and we've learned such a lot already, and you kind of think, oh, that's just one event.
Did you restrict yourselves at the time of like time scales for the night for things happening? Did you have your specific prompts of, right, we're doing this at this time, or we're doing this at this time? Or...
Very loose agenda. I think some of the technical issues maybe caused things to throw us a little bit, and then that's just a learning curve, isn't it? You don't prepare for the next one. But yeah, we had a loose schedule for what we were doing. And it kind of ran to time. I think by the end of it, people were having a drink and nice and relaxed, and around about 10:30, which is when we'd aimed for finishing it up. So it felt like it came to a natural conclusion at the end as well. So yeah, I think it ran relatively to time. You've always got your speaker maybe gets excited and speaks a bit more, and then there's always things that take a bit more organising than you expected. The connect thing maybe took a bit longer to get everyone to understand what we were doing, I suppose, as well. So yeah, but yeah, generally it ran. Some sort of schedule.
It ran.
Exactly. It went. It survived. There was no fire.
Yeah, I must admit at 10:30 we had Jacob, who's our lovely, lovely DJ. At 10:30 I was like, right, Jacob, enough. I'm tired.
Yeah, I did that. I was in control of the music for Aberdeen Animates, and when they were supposed to finish at 10, at 9:45 I turned the music off. I was like, it's done, so this gives everyone, because usually when the music stops, everyone still lingers for like 10 minutes to the final goodbyes. So like if I'm doing that 10-15 minutes beforehand, by the time it comes to 10 o'clock they're all out the door and gone, because I'm not a nighttime person. And I think that's a big thing for a lot of people now as well, is obviously evening events are quite big when it comes to connecting, especially with creatives, because obviously a lot of people still have jobs during the day. Trying to get to things during the day can be a problem. Do you have any sort of thoughts or plans for maybe doing like daytime things in coming up as well? Or
absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that we're going to try, is just try different things, try new events. I mean, we've got, as well as events, we've got lots of events planned. Probably too many, but we'll try different things, and like I say, see what sticks, different formats, different venues. So after this, we're going to go meet somebody about maybe a summer event,
which would be during the day, day into evening, and potentially more kind of Friday rather than a Thursday evening, which is what we've been focused around.
But then we've got hopefully going to have other programs as well, like so part of it is giving creatives practical help as well, and like not just, it's lovely, obviously it's lovely connecting and collaborating, but actually we've all got to eat. So there's that bottom line. Unfortunately, reality is overrated, but it is also real. So things like maybe running workshops, emerging creatives running them, and different projects and things like that. And then we've got a really exciting mentorship program that we're calling Next of Kin, which we're going to run.
I wonder who came up with that.
You can guess.
Actually,
it wasn't you.
I'm going to give a shout out to Becca Linsky, who's another former student, who's now working as a marketing person. I can't remember what her new title. She only started this week, Sugarbird. So so she's doing that. So her and I were chatting one night at another creative meetup actually, And yeah, I said I wanted to do a mentorship program. She was like, you call it next
of kin.
So yeah, not my fault this time.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with that one, but I am claiming
no.
it.
You wash your hands of that. It's a great
But we
name.
claimed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're still using it.
Credit where it's due, but it's still ours.
Yeah. And I think Form, who we've been working with, they're already, we didn't expect it to run so quickly. We thought this is going to be something we would do in the next few months, but Form have already got that underway in terms of, our whole idea with that is that it stays quite autonomous for whoever's involved. So, and I said this on the launch as well. So it might be that it's something like an agency that wants to take on a couple of students every week for whatever amount of time. It might be just that it's a creative who wants to just give up some time once a month and speak to, emerging creatives, whether that's students or just people who are just starting out. And then it might be once a year someone puts something on, they do that. But yeah, it's us facilitating or supporting and kind of pushing the right people in the right direction. And that's our role. And then however people want to do that, we kind of facilitate. Make sure it's kind of a safe meeting that is going on and all those kind of procedures that are in place. But then it's up to them how they drive it basically as well. But because, there's so much creativity. You don't want to have a very specific, this is how it always happens.
Yes.
Because there'll be different people wanting to do different things. And there might be freelancers, there might be, as I say, agencies. It might be just other people who just want to get together and kind of pass on knowledge. So, I think there's a whole heap of ways that the next of kin thing will work. But that's one of our big things, I suppose.
I think there's still a big cry out in Aberdeen for a database of creatives somewhere. I've been screaming out for one for years. I fell out with the BBC over things like this in the past. Because it's like there seems to be there's so many different creative people who are willing to mentor and guide and show people just how they do things, and not necessarily tell people this is how you should be doing it, but show alternatives and show people new ways and different ways and ways to learn. And I think a database of creative people who can show you those lines and guide you on these paths is a massive thing that's missing from up here.
And it works both ways as well.
Yeah.
So we had the swap shop idea that we've got, which is we had on the night as well. So people kind of swapping skills. I've got this, I would quite like to swap for this, so 3 hours of mentoring in something, but I've got screen printing skills or something and I can offer that or whatever. And that's been quite useful. We've just been looking at that. We had a meeting yesterday and just started to pick that apart and look at who's been offering what and what there is. And already there's quite a lot there.
It's an amazing idea. I love that.
So it would be good to have a database. We're discussing that, how we do that, and whether it would obviously be digital, but is there other ways? I quite like the fact that we just got people to write up their skills and things on there.
On the night, it's a great way of people forming sort of communication points as well, because they could have seen this thing on the board and go, oh, where is that person? I'd like to talk to them about
That
it.
happened a couple of times in the night. People were coming and finding us and going, where's that person? Speak to them. Because obviously we knew most of the people there, then we direct. And that felt good because that felt like exactly what Kin is about. And we were kind of starting to do what we were aiming, I suppose. But the other thing is it works both ways. So I know from teaching, if you're speaking to a student and suddenly they've got another way of working and you're like, oh, that's quite interesting. Or they've got an app or something they're using that you haven't. You're kind of like, oh, that's quite good. And suddenly you end up using stuff that you wouldn't have. So we said on the night that industry, yes, it's good for emerging creatives and people just starting out, but it's equally good for established creatives because then you've got this two-way thing that's happening. So that's the hope anyway.
Yeah. It becomes not so much a challenge of ideas, but more a sharing of ideas and a collab. Like we've been saying for the whole year that we've been going, collaboration is king. It beats everything else. There's no point in competition because when we're all trying to compete, we're never going to make the pie bigger. There's only ever going to be so much of it available at this point in time. So instead of everyone fighting over it, how about we just try and be sensible and everyone help each other out a little bit more? Do you think someone like Kin has been your realization of wanting to make that happen?
Absolutely. I mean, that is absolutely the core of it. Otherwise, it becomes a race to the bottom, honestly. And we're certainly not trying to compete with it. There's lots of existing initiatives and organisations in Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire, and it's mutually beneficial. It can only help everybody. I truly believe that, and I think, as an Aberdonian, I can say this, we have been guilty in the past of gatekeeping. Oh, God, I think it's instinctive. It's in our, I don't know, it's maybe in the water, I don't know. But it's something that we have been guilty of. And I'm too old. I can't be bothered. Anyway, I do not have the energy.
I feel that in my soul so much.
Yeah. Well, mine's
Exactly the
physically and in my soul. And it's just, I can't be bothered with it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just like, let's just all play nice.
Yeah.
You know? And it just helps everyone. And you meet so many. I love, like today is a curveball. Who knew we were going to, if you had said to me a couple of months ago, you'll be doing a podcast, I'd be like, what now?
I'm sorry, I'm doing what?
Yeah. So but I love that. I love life throwing that in and working together and hopefully benefiting everyone.
Yeah.
It's just a no-brainer. So yeah, that's absolutely it. That's certainly at the core of why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Is doing that. And then,
Do you feel, because you've obviously known each other before Kin became a thing, do you feel a little bit more comfortable challenging each other with knowing that you understand each other a little bit more? So if someone has an idea that you think that's maybe not going to work, do you feel at least comfortable enough to challenge each other and kind of put that, no, hang on, let's think about that first. Maybe not with a pun. Maybe not with that, but right, I've come up with this pun name. Maybe we don't use that one.
Yeah.
But do you think that helps a bit?
Definitely told me something.
Yeah.
Do you think that
Probably
previous
feel-
relationship and understanding of each other does help at least bridge that gap of, I do feel comfortable. I can say to you, no, hang on a minute, maybe we need to stop and think about this before we go any further.
You know what's quite nice, I think,
Good question.
is because having, in the job that I do, there's this kind of weird authority thing. And so if I'm out and about and I see students, there's that kind of, there's Nicola. And it's this weird thing of you being the lecturer. But what's been really nice in doing these kind of things is people start to see you in public, in social kind of situations. The Kin launch, I mean, then the students see you as a real person.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice. And obviously with Julie, different relationship, because Julie was a mature student. You always have a different relationship with mature students. We got on, I think we got on really well.
I can confirm.
I've just thrown a spanner in here now. We'll be like, hang on.
Yeah, actually.
What a way to find out.
Can you imagine? This is our breakup scenario.
But when I was Julie's tutor in third year, I think we got on really well, and just a good understanding of ideas. There's a lot of kind of looking at ways for Julie's projects of how we could expand on it. There was a lot of fun in the projects Julie was doing. And I could see that there was that kind of personality there anyway. And then fourth year, there's a bit more of that kind of, you're more supporting rather than kind of giving much information. You're just kind of going on you go with it and do the exciting stuff. And that was fun. And that was a fun year to actually see the degree show come together. Really nice degree show that came together for that one. So yeah, it was a slow build of getting to know each other. But then I think over the summer, once you graduated and we started doing this, we saw each other all the time.
Yeah.
With Julie. And then Julie came to London with me on a London trip.
Yeah.
And then, so we've been in each other's for a few months.
Yeah.
So then you definitely get to know each other.
Yeah.
And I think we're much more comfortable, and the board is starting to get more comfortable at going, oh, wait, because we were all very nice and tiptoeing on the first meeting. And then after that, we started going, oh, wait a minute, maybe that doesn't work. And, let's think about this. But still being professional and kind of, it's all constructive.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting much better at doing that as well.
It's keeping perspective as well. I think quite often, certainly you see it in the world of design, like people, like nobody's life is under threat, it's all good. And I think we've all maybe got that level of perspective and understanding, and so far so good. We'll let you know if there's a huge
Back in 6 months' time, it's just two different people sitting on the sofa.
I think we're also quite good at, as in the whole board, is just giving us each other that perspective. So if someone's getting a little bit kind of about something, then one of us will step in and kind of say, like, hold on a minute. It's not, no one's shooting at us. It's like,
It's not the end of the world if we can't do this bit as we're going.
Yeah.
Have you got plans for it to continue to grow? Actually, it's kind of expanded quite quickly. It's all come around a lot quicker than you probably expected it to. Do you have kind of a timeline in place of maybe the board will need to be a bit bigger, we'll need more people involved? Or is there kind of just a, let's just keep going as we are and it'll progress and build and we'll do as we need to go?
Probably a bit of both, I would say. Yeah. We've got lots of plans. But I'm not very good at being patient, but this is teaching me.
I feel that.
Oh, it's frustrating. Stuff just doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
But that is good. It's been good for me actually, because I've had to wait. Because like even like applying to be a charity, it's like it was like I can't remember how many days. It was a lot of days, and every day I'm like, but it's good. It's a good thing to do. But we've got lots of plans. Not all of them are going to work. I think one thing that we might have to get a bit better at is sort of strategic. But we want to keep it as a grassroots. We want to keep it a bit reactive, a bit fun. Otherwise, I mean, we're not a corporate organisation.
Yeah.
So it's I hope that we sort of maintain this balance, which I think we've been quite good at. We will have to expand, but right now we don't need to. Yeah. In terms of board and things like that.
And I think it's nice to be able to, depending on what's happening and thinking about, I don't know, just having that maybe in a few months in advance. We've got plans, but maybe not. We did speak yesterday about kind of years in advance, but that feels big.
Yeah.
And I think we quite like that you can be reactive to whatever's going on in Aberdeen. You know, there might be something happens and in a few months' time we're like, oh, we could maybe use them or speak to them, or, you know, these are another group that we can get students involved with in some way. So I think keeping it a little bit loose is quite helpful for that as well.
So it's like having a general sort of, this is where we want to go, but we're going to do our own kind of, we're going to follow a path. If we detour off of it to get there, it'll be fine.
Yeah. And I think it's inevitable, and already the stuff that we've planned is it's gone a wee bit. Me, but that's great. I quite like that.
I like tangents in conversations, but tangents and projects in life to me are always good fun as well.
Yeah.
We had Mark Thowlis from Flux on recently, and he says it's all about it's all about moments, like collaboration and moments, and just being open to those moments and letting them happen when they do happen, and then just kind of going on from there, being like, cool, there's a thing, it's happened. I'm still going this way. Yeah. But this thing's happened, so let's explore that for a minute and then come back onto the path where we want to go.
Yeah. Or maybe even leaving the path. I mean, I'm up for that as well, you know? I think it as long as it's within certain parameters, then, I mean, there certainly is. We're already going in different directions, I think. Like, say, we didn't anticipate some of this stuff happening, but it's all good. I think, I'm very much working with what's already there. We're not, like we're saying, there's no competition, but part of that will be, depending on who wants to collaborate, that you will go in slightly bizarre ways. Oh,
someone's going into the cleaning cupboard as they go.
See? Who anticipated that happening?
Exactly. These things happen. That's where editing comes in, and I deleted the sound in the background. We did a podcast with a dog on it. It's fine. These things are, they happen. We can't help ourselves.
No, it's all good then.
I love the idea of these newer things coming into Aberdeen to help creatives, because creatives are, I still say Aberdeen it's never going to stay an energy city for all the time in the world. It just can't. And as we saw in 2014, energy collapse will hurt the city. I like Aberdeen to have a plan B, and not a plan B in that, okay, oil and gas has failed, we'll try renewables. So it needs to have a plan B on what do we do when the energy is not there. And I think the creative sector is huge, and it's nice to see organisations getting that support to come in and actually get people involved and do things. Are you finding more people are reaching out to you now since that launch night? Obviously, people will have been aware like Kin's a thing, but what is it up until the launch night? Since then, have you had more people kind of get in contact with Kin directly and want to be involved with it?
Yeah, definitely.
Across a range of areas as well, not and in unexpected places, and we didn't expect someone to come and speak to us. There was architects and various other people that we weren't anticipating, and kind of I think you've had more contact just via the Kin sort of site and things as well.
Yeah, which is lovely.
Yeah.
No, definitely, and it's really nice because when we sort of started speaking about this, so sort of last August, September, well, maybe a bit later anyway, I went and spoke to lots of people about it, but there was nothing. It was really hard to speak about because there was actually nothing really there. It was like you were talking about this sort of ball of gas and air, and we've spoken to people across Scotland about it as well. Creative Glasgow, Creative Edinburgh, Creative Stirling, Dundee, all these people, and but it was very hard because there was nothing tangible. It's a lot easier now because we've got plans, things are happening. It just feels way more concrete, and people are sort of coming with ideas to us, which is what we always wanted. Yeah,
Stacey, now that you have that physical thing of look, we exist. We're not just an entity on a website and people coming to your door. Look, we do exist. We are a thing. Please help us with this thing.
Yeah, and you've got the evidence now with the videos and the photography. Yeah, something did happen. Yeah, and also they can see just. I think Sunil mentioned yesterday in the meeting that we had that there was a nice buzz, and you can see that from the photos. The photos and the videos, you can kind of see there was a really nice buzz. And so, you've got that to build on now. But yeah, before it was just this nothing that we were kind of explaining. It was really difficult.
Really difficult.
We went down to Curio in Glasgow and we spoke. It was an education kind of one.
Yeah.
You know, keeping creatives and various education stuff as well. And we didn't really have anything. We had nothing. We didn't have our brand or anything at that point.
Yeah.
And so we were just chatting. But what was really nice is a few of them still follow and they're kind of still looking at Kin's social media and stuff as well. And that's really nice. It feels like there's a lot of support from other places, other than just Aberdeen as well, which is lovely.
It's always nice to get that. When it starts to spread beyond the city that you're in, that's when you're like, oh, okay, this is really a thing now.
Yeah.
So I say with Aberdeen Animates, when they put it on, they had people coming up from like Glasgow and Edinburgh and stuff to be a part of it and want to help out. It's like, sorry?
Yeah.
We haven't even like officially been a thing in Aberdeen yet. How on earth have we got people from Edinburgh coming up already? It's nice to know that reach is there.
Yeah.
And there are people out with the city wanting to be involved.
Absolutely. It's just validating, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just moves it into this real sphere, hopefully.
Yeah.
But no, it's been lovely. It really has been really, really good.
So you've got the event coming up end of April.
End of April.
What's next after this event? Obviously that one's slightly smaller, like you say, as compared to the large one. What comes next after this event?
Well, we've got a couple of events in the pipeline before summer. Might have a couple months off in the summer.
Something tells me that's not going to be the case, but that's just a personal opinion from this side.
I was trying to think of a pun for it, but I can't. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. And
like I say, can we just not?
Yeah.
Can we please stop?
Can you just give me a break? Anyway, so we're going to do that, but we're going to be working away next to Kin. And we've got a few things in the pipeline with this project, with these projects idea, as in workshops, maybe doing collaborative projects with another couple of organisations in Aberdeen and the Shire. And then so the first few events are in Aberdeen just because we're seeing what works. And then we want to take it on the road, obviously. We want to speak to creators in Aberdeenshire who will have different needs, I imagine, and different communities working in rural environments maybe, or whatever. So taking it on the road should be fun. Do a wee road trip.
It'd be nice to actually see things happening out, because obviously a lot of things are, we're Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire, and then they never get beyond the city limits to the actual Shire. It's like, it's okay naming them, but physically getting them involved, not expecting them to come to you, going to them and taking things out to them is a big deal.
Yeah.
Actually getting out of the city, going, oh yeah, things do exist out here.
Yeah, I mean, there is just so much happening as well out there.
There's a big community in Shire.
Massively. And it's just such a big area. I think it sort of gets lumped into this one sort of mass, but actually they're very different communities and creative communities within it. So it'll be lovely, hopefully.
If you want to go to the Shire, you're going to get different people in Stonehaven than you get in Peterhead out in the other direction.
I mean, it's a big area, huge area.
And all along the coast. And then, further kind of, I suppose, along the D-side and things too. So there's just different creatives doing different stuff, but so many of them. Yeah. And another kind of nice little seam to tap into, I suppose, and see what's out there. Eventually when we get on the road as well, I suppose. But and we kind of speak about events, and events is the thing that maybe pulls people together, makes them aware of us. But then there's the next of kin, which will be ticking over the whole time. And then there'll be the kind of projects and the collaborative stuff, and getting some projects going where we can pull in emerging creatives and working on and giving them real time kind of real world experience as well. Workshops would be good for them to be able to learn how to run those and how do they manage their money, and but it's all those crucial things, because creativity, everyone, creatives can do it, but it's the bits that everyone doesn't want to do. Like
it's the pillars that prop it up that kind of fall by the wayside a lot of the time.
The tricky bit, it's the money, it's the handling clients, or it's whatever it is, and how do you price things, and how do you kind of rate your worth of what you're doing. So all that will come through these sort of workshops, hopefully, and helping them understand their own value.
Yeah, I think understanding value is a massive thing, because a lot of people they undersell themselves, and a lot, especially when they're just starting out, people will price themselves at a point where they think they're appealing to the right market, but it's like you're just underselling yourself at the end. We did it when we started. We were like, hey, we can do these things cheaper, and the first thing everyone said was, that's way too cheap. It's like, but then other people will want to. No, they won't. Especially not when it comes to dealing with other businesses and doing other things. They look at the price point and see if it's too low, and then just go, we'll spend a bit more and get better quality. And it's like, please don't undervalue your own skills. Stop undervaluing yourself as an individual, please. Your time is the most important thing that anyone can ever get.
It's really hard though. I mean, it's really, really hard.
And I think doing the workshops will help them to understand that there is a market for their thing, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're kind of, when we're speaking to students, they don't realise the value of what they're doing and how that can be utilised in loads of different ways.
Yeah.
So, you know, you might have a specific thing that people think, oh, that's definitely for, I don't know, animation or design or whatever. And then actually you see the people behind it and you're like, oh no, you have to bring in a lot of different people with a lot of different creative skills.
Yeah.
And it's needed, you know, in all of these things. I mean, just setting up Kin, we pulled in so many different skill sets to be able to get that going, from, you know, Jacob DJing to, you know, and we thought about kind of various other things of people with the sound and various other kind of speaking to various other creatives. So yeah, there's a whole heap of things that you have to think about. And that would be really helpful for them to see that and go, oh, actually, there is a place for it.
There is something there to make it well.
Yeah, and confidence is a big thing. I mean, let's face it, times are hard. In every industry, I guess, but obviously I'm not going to say the initials that we're all thinking about in creativity, but there's the huge issue that you just get absolutely swamped with all the time, as well as the fact that there's just less jobs available. So having that confidence, I think, to maybe go freelance or set up or even that as a possibility. Or, I mean, most people do have lots of different roles. I mean, I do, just starting out, but it's having the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
So that might enable people as well. And so there's so many levels to it, I think, hopefully, that we can help people. And yes,
I think what you're doing is pretty awesome for the creatives in Aberdeen. And it needs more of a spotlight shone on it. And I hope that other people, not just people, but businesses, media outlets will get involved and give you that little bit more support with it. Because like you say, it's a charity and it's funded by yourselves, it's founded by yourselves, it's pushed by yourselves, and it's done in Aberdeen. I think Creative Aberdeen obviously launched end of last year, beginning of this year, whenever it was. I forget which, because Zara went to it. I don't go to the big social gatherings usually. I can do small networking things. Can put me in a room in front of 20 people, I'm okay. Put me in a room of like 50 plus. Goodbye. I shirk into a corner and hide and don't like going out to things. But knowing that there are other things out there, and again, just getting that collaborative thing together to get it into the spotlight in the mainstream is so needed. So from us here, we are massively behind what you're doing.
thank you.
And if we can assist in any way with anything, even if it is... I admittedly, my skill lies in podcasting and podcasting alone. I've learned that this past year. When I tried doing video, I tried doing other things and going, stop trying to shotgun and spread yourself. You know your niche, know what you're good at, and be good at it. So if there's anything that we can do to help within here, then yeah, cool. If anyone wants to do a podcasting workshop at some point or how to set up your own content,
amazing.
Thank you.
we'll more than happily do something in here, because
That'd be amazing.
I love doing that sort of stuff. 'Cause the problem we get is a lot of people hear podcasting and go, white guys with microphones who like to talk and share their stories of their friends. And it's like, it's so much more than that.
I know.
Please. I get that there's like 4 million out there that is the Joe Rogan wannabes who will just sit and think they can make millions off of it. But it's like, that's not the gist of what this actually is. And it's nice to help people understand what the creative sector that you're involved in actually entails.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely take you up on that offer.
I know, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, down for it. Well, there you go. He's heard it here first. This goes out. This goes out, I think, the first week of May or the second week of May for this episode. So you have heard it all now.
Yeah,
It's
we
coming.
have it on film.
Whether I like it or not, it's on the internet for anything else. Before we wrap things up for this, where can people find out more about Kin and what's going on with it? Keep up to date with events. Where can they keep up to date with Kin as a whole?
So follow us on socials. We have, let me think now, you put me on the spot. It's at kin-avz kin.avz on Instagram. We've got a Kin page on LinkedIn. Our website is kin-avz.org. Our email is info@kin-avz.org. Or, yeah.
I like how kind of knows these things anyway and is now just going, go on.
Yeah. Yeah, please get in touch.
Yeah.
Our ears are open.
We're hoping we've got a newsletter and getting that set up. And at the moment, you can kind of subscribe and find out a little bit more on the website as well. So that's where people can go just now.
Yeah.
But further down the line, hopefully, we've got a bit more that we can kind of send out to people as well. So yeah.
Any final message to the creatives in Aberdeen before you sign off? Anything you think the creatives in Aberdeen need to hear taken away from this?
I I don't think they need to hear anything.
I think they've heard enough from us recently.
Never. When it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't think you can ever hear enough.
I think just come and find us and come and have a chat with us. And we're really open to loads of creative ideas and concepts and ways that we can work together and things. So, we're up for any conversations in that realm. So,
Excellent.
All input welcome.
Well, we thank you for taking the time to come in and chat to us. It's been greatly appreciated. We will have a part 2 of this, I would imagine, later on in the year, once the next few events have gone on and we get towards the tail end of the year and we can start setting up what 2027 is going to do.
lovely.
If you want to get involved in the conversation, as mentioned during this, follow the links that will be down in the description to do so. Sign up on the website, social media, wherever you can find Ken, do so, because it is worthwhile of supporting. Ignore our links. You can follow us and subscribe to us whenever you want to. We don't mind. It's fine. It's not about us. It's about the people who come in and chat to us. New episodes of Seasonal Discussions will be live every Monday, 8 a.m. GMT on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. As well as that, you can find other projects and content from us by going to our website, seasonmedialimited.co.uk. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.